Hello everybody, I'm Donna from Purple Pinky Promises. Welcome, yay, welcome, welcome. I'll give people time to hop on, grab some paper. So cool. I thought we'd play with some of that tonight. Anybody here? Welcome. I have everything I need. I didn't grab a whole lot. We're not, I just figured this collection was pretty good to give us what we would need. Grabbed some inks and some card bases, and I think that's probably all I really need. So I don't know if we'll end up using some of these rub-on transfers. These are I just kind of wanted to play with them. They're really super cool because you can make them any color that you wanted to make them. And then I grabbed some rub-ons for sentiments for these cards. And of course we have ephemera and frames. And hi, Lindy. Hello, my friend. Oh dear, we have a little bit of something going on here. There we go. I hope that helps. Looks like it's better. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Always a pleasure to have you here. You're such a great friend. You really are. So yeah. I am going to kind of walk us through some Plume and Petal tonight. I did pull out these Echoes of Time-Irressistible rub-on transfers because I wanted to play with them and see what, I think this will be the first thing we end up playing with today, because I just want to see, I just wanted to play with them. I thought these would be fun little vintage images to play with. So I think that's where we'll start tonight. But I did pull out some rub-on transfers from Plume and Petal for sentiments. I did bring out the 6x8 collection pack here. Sorry, I'm over here. I'm kind of at a wonky angle. Aren't these colors gorgeous, Lindy? I absolutely agree with you. The colors are phenomenal. I have some little strays from cutting out some paper from classes that we did this month. But these papers are just absolutely stunning. I like this one because you could actually cut it in half for a card front. Really cool. Actually, it would be kind of neat if I did some of this resist directly on it. I think I'm going to do that. It's kind of amazing things that come to the forefront of your mind when you start going through the paper. Anyway, so just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And, sorry, I can't, it's really thick too. It's very, very toothy. I might use some scraps just to kind of get rid of some of them. We'll see how this goes. I wanted to show you something else before we get started here. I wanted to make everybody aware, so we're going to look at these first. And then the beautiful ephemera that we have here, the ephemera pack. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at those postcards. And stamps. And all the things. And bingo cards. All the things I love to play with. Okay. This will be where we start. But I wanted to talk to you just a little bit, just to let you guys know that we do have too close up. Can I come out? There we go. We do have this pack that includes the 8x6, the ephemera, also the inserts, the page inserts, the washi sheets, also some Plume and Petal. What is this? I'm just gonna just open this up. It's the, so you have your essentials binder that comes in this pack. And then you have the paper, the 6x8 paper, the frames, the inserts, the create and album inserts. You have the washi sheets, and then the laser cutout elements. So all of this is in a pack. And there is a class online taught by Janine from the owner of 49 Market. And if you purchase this kit, you will get online access to the class. You will also get a link sent to you for the printout of the instructions, because there's picture instructions and written instructions as well. And I'm just going to show you the front of the album. I don't know if people have been showing this online at all, but I'm not going to go diving into the album at all. I know the ephemera is gorgeous, but I'm just going to show you the absolute gorgeous album that results from that pack. Look at what you're looking. This is a powerhouse, guys. It is loaded, a loaded album of absolute gorgeous yumminess. So if you are, yeah, look at that. It's really nice. So it's beautiful. Trust me when I say it's beautiful. If you are a purple fan, this is your album. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. We do have this on our website. It is the Plume and Petal. You could just type in Plume and Petal online class and it should pop up. So let's get started. Let's cut this paper and make a card. Just gonna dive right on in. Take my, whoopsie. Let's just do this. Let's do it. Let's go for it. So I'm gonna cut this right at 4. And, because that's the halfway point, and see what we come up with. I kind of like, it's fine. It's fine. We need to go, we're going to go with 5 1/4, but I don't necessarily want to trim all that off. So I'm going to trim it here, maybe just a little more, see where we get. It's like 5 1/4 or 5 1/2 is where I need. Now, it's not going to give us enough trimmed off of here to go to 5 1/4. I may have to take some more off this. So I'm going to go with 3 3/4. Take a little off here. I'll go to 3 3/4. I'll take a little bit more because it doesn't look very even, does it? My 3/4. There you are. And then we'll take a little more off of this side down, bringing it down to 3 3/4. And I think we got it. And now we can kind of bring it down just a little bit more, I suppose. Now it won't look so weird. 5. I gotta bring it to 5, don't I? Well, let's just cut it all off, right? Yeah, we'll just cut it all off. I do want to kind of leave at least one of these corners like that, so I'm gonna just go with 5. Yep, 3 3/4 by 5. That's what we'll do. So I wanted to make it even all the way around, but that wasn't happening. Okay, the point of this was to try to resist on it. So I did pull out some inks. We'll see how this goes. This will be fun. What do I want? It's hard to see because it's all white, and when you ink it up, it's gonna really show through. So I might just take a bit of this. It's really interesting because this pattern is actually in here, and I think I'm gonna go with it, with just some of this pattern. So I'm just gonna cut out a little bit of it and pop it on here just to play with it, see what we get. The hardest part's gonna be deciding what color I want here. So let's get this on. I think I want to go with it like right through here. Cut that off. It's not cut even, and that's fine. Actually, I don't want it to be even. I kind of want it to not be even. So I'm going to peel this off and lay this down. Oopsie. And just rub it on with my bone folder here. And then when I peel it, I should have this image in white. And then we're going to take some ink and go over it. Let's see what we have here. From whichever edge I decide. And if it's not on there very well, I'm not going to stress about it because this is actually kind of a distressed, I'm going for a distressed look anyway. So it's on there. And let's go for it. Let's see what we have. Let's just play. What color? What color? So I've picked out, I think I'm going to go with Verbena. I'm going to go kind of like conservative, middle of the road. I do have some really dark, who's here? Let's see. Linda! Hello, Linda! Welcome! Yay! It's hard to see. It's all so tiny for me to see it all. So we're going to go with Verbena. And I'm just going to kind of come in here with this and just do some inking. And I might just kind of go dark and then some light around the edges or around the, so start out dark and kind of go out light, which is really cool, you guys. So you see how that works. And then I'm going to take a cloth here and I'm just going to like wipe it down so that it buffs off the ink a little. So there it is. All right, let's do some more. Let's do some other rub-ons from this pack. I think that makes it really cool. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think I'm going to leave it down. So let's do, there's clocks on this, and I really, why don't we do one of these down the side here. I'm going to do that. That'll be fun. It's this, it's kind of steampunky looking. That's what we're going to do. It's like chain and steampunk looking stuff. Sorry about my scissors being so noisy. Noisy scissors. So we'll just take up this little space here and do that there. I'm not going to worry about my ink. unless I want to do it in a different color. I do want to take it from the edge there. So here we go. So you take off that backing and you lay it down wherever you want it. And it should stay. It should not come up. I think 49 and Market has done a really good job with their rub-ons. Okay, now I am going to brush this. Let's see what we have. What color? I think I might try some Skylight on this. Yeah, let's do some Skylight. Or I might stay with, I'm not very brave, am I? But I'm gonna do Skylight because I am brave. I don't know what's gonna happen. I am gonna go real conservative. I'm just gonna ink off as much as possible. Let's see. Let's see if I like it or not. I feel like this Skylight is a really good color for this collection. I don't know if you can see it very well. I can start to see it. And I really like that. That's really pretty. Okay. That's kind of nifty. Can you see that? That chain and the gears. So I'm going to wipe that off. I'm going to brighten it up a little so you can see it a little better. There it is. That's kind of neat. So I'm thinking maybe one more thing, kind of in the middle. Maybe over here, I might just do a, I think I'm gonna do one of these clocks. It's kind of hard to see, you guys. I'm really sorry. I am gonna do one of these clocks. So I need to go with something not quite as big, so I think this one will work really nice. So I'm just gonna dig in here. These are super cool. I like how you can just custom use them for whatever project, you know, vintage project that you're working on, because you just pick up the colors that work with your project. It's really awesome. Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna do another little bit of a chain, I think. And then I'm gonna bring it down for the clock. That's what I'm gonna do. So, do a chain. Kind of, oh my God, too much. I'm gonna cut it off a little bit more. Didn't quite want it. Yep, that's where I wanted it. There and there. So we're just gonna kind of do a clock here. Might move it just a smidge to kind of blend it in here, over here. And I'm gonna bring that purple out just a little bit more so it doesn't look like it's just a well, you know what? to get some ephemera on here, you guys. So I may just leave this to the left. Okay. Leaving it to the left. So I've got to give it some space, some clock space. Oopsie. There we go. So there's that. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Let's bring it in just a little. All right, let's do the clock. It's a little, I'm gonna have to bring it up here to where I can see it to lay it down. There we go. So it can meet. I want to be careful up here. I don't want to scratch it off. Let's try it over here. I know that I burnished it very good here. Let's try it some more. Sometimes these little puppies take a little more burnishing than me. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, I think I'm going to bring out that purple just a little bit. I'm not even going to pick up any ink. I'm just going to come over here, pick it up, go light. And maybe even, oh, I like how that looks really kind of very vintagey. I might just take this blue and bring it out over here, this part, kind of let them meet. Let's wipe it off. See it a little bit better. You can see that. It's kind of neat. All right, I just wanted to play. Thanks for letting me play with that. So now we'll just take some ephemera and let's do, what shall we do? There's a little bit in here for sentiments. We shall see. Oh my goodness, look at this. So like the packaging even has stuff you can use. Look at this, you guys. Oh my word. Like you can cut this stuff. Look how pretty. My. Gorgeous. Look at this purse. Y'all. This is just beautiful. Beautiful for a wedding, album, prom. Just gorgeous. Okay, I need to clean up because if I get this all over my stuff, I might get a little upset with myself. So, all right. Oh yeah, I meant to show you guys, I wanted to show you guys something. Remember last week when I said that I wanted to take that shirt die or shirt stencil and create a military card from it? I did. 1 second. So this is the stencil, and this is a Hero Arts jean jacket. I worked with the a little bit of the jean jacket dyes last week, and some of the suspender. It's kind of hard to see with the glare, but I just wanted to show you that stencil. And I did have to move the stencil around just a little bit more to get some more of a camouflage look, but I did create a Veterans Day card with the little piece of I forget what those are called. I want to call them tags, but dog tags, but that's, yeah, that's what I did. I did finally make it. I told you if I did, I was gonna, I think I told you if I did, I was gonna show it to you. So there you go. There you go. Okay, that's kind of big. So I'm just gonna play with this ephemera here. We're just gonna kind of pull it right here and see what we have. It's kind of a cool tag that could go in that little spot. Either one of these would be really cool. So there's some really nice tags that work with this. That's really cute. Ticket. Some, oh yeah. These are so awesome to play with. Tabs. Just a really cool tab. Let's see if there's anything in here that I could like put the sentiment on. Like if I could just cut this out and get the sentiment on it, it would be so much easier for a card. So let's take a look. Oh, this Just Because might work. Sorry guys. I don't know why my frame is so limited today. Let's pull this up this way just a little more. Sorry you guys. Feels like I just don't have very much of my space on the screen today. A Day to Remember would be really pretty. You could do that as a wedding card. Ooh. Celebrate. That'd be cute. Could even probably get it on our tag. Okay, now my brain is really working, because if we found a tag that was light enough to put this on, which would probably be this one so far, we could kind of get the sentiment on it. Smile is cute. Oh, and it's picking up all those other. Celebrate, a day to smile. Okay, this is a maybe. Oh my goodness, what a heyday to go through this. This is fun. Like I could just create a background out of all of this. Oh, this is cool. Ugh. Love this. By the way, if you think I'm being weird because of this album being created, I didn't create this album. Krista did. So I haven't even had a chance to dive into the album yet. So just an FYI. That's Krista. She let me borrow that for the shop. She made hers and she brought it in. So, okay, folks. I could sit here all day and go through this, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this piece right here, and I think I'm gonna take Celebrate, And I know I'm separating it. Oh, look at these. Oh, you guys, look at those. Those are pretty. I feel like we should put one of those down first. We should, shouldn't we? Okay. So I'm gonna use this. We're gonna move all this out of the way. I'm gonna do a rub-on. I love rub-ons. I don't know about you guys, but I do love them. So that would just be really, really cool to kind of bring one of these colorful rub-ons up at the top here. Kind of hear something soft. That would be pretty. Let's do, trying to decide. Hi, Irene. Hello. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I know this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. I can't keep my hands off of it. I do want more of a splash of color, and because I have used this kind of turquoisey color, and I'm like really trying to decide. I feel like it could be a little too much if I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's decisions. Now, what did I do with my scissors? That's the question. Here they are. So I'm gonna go with this right here. And we're gonna just do a little splash of this color, like right up here. Kind of over a little bit. Just gonna do that because we're gonna, there we go. Who else is here? Linda, Irene, Lindy. Oh, this is so pretty. I like this. And I like just layering and layering and layering. It's really, really pretty. We've been doing the resist, where you ink over. I don't know if you were here for that, Irene. There we go. Now we know what we're doing. I feel like it doesn't really matter if it doesn't work perfectly right there. So like, I like that. That's really cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to trim this right here. And this can be used for like the memories part can be used as a little piece of something that goes on a page layout. So I'm just gonna toss that there. And I'm gonna take my Celebrate. Where did you go? I'm right here. So I'm gonna run right in here. And I'm gonna have to be really careful. Oh, look, there's some cancellation stuff going on in there. That looks really cool. So this can be like a birthday. So there's sentiments on here for, of course, that really lend more of itself to scrapbooking. But then there could be a wedding. This could be a wedding, anniversary. Some of these are really neat for any of those occasions. So I'm going to pop this on this little piece of ephemera right here down the side. Now this I do want to be good. This I want to work out. I don't want any chips or missed letters. So I'll kind of burnish it really good till I feel really confident, which I have a little lift going on right there, which tells me it should be good. When you start to get a little lift, I don't have it very good. I guess my strength isn't what I thought it would be. Okay, let's try this again. Here it is. Here's what I do. I just lift it gently, little by little, until it's, and I see one little tiny edge here that may just need a little more reinforcing, and then I can lift it all the way up. And there it is. So if the word celebrate along the side there, and we could take some little ephemera bits here. Let's bring those back in. We'll create a back piece, a back. Oh, this is pretty. So we can layer some stuff here. What else do we have? Let's pop this over here. Oh, a ticket. These tickets are so pretty. They're so pretty. I feel like that would be really nice, like kind of like right here, kind of tucked in there. Okay, this is fantastic. And look at this, just the, my. I don't know, that might be too much. Let's see. I feel like I need something here. That's what I'm hunting for. The perfect thing to go right there. Kind of like maybe bring it down just a little. Cut it. A button. Now, wouldn't that be cute? We popped a button there. That's really cute too, though. We could pop a button there. What else do we have, you guys? Sorry, I don't know what the deal is with my screen today. You have no idea what's happening. Let's bring this over just a little bit more, and then y'all can see better what I'm sifting through. I do feel like I want some stamps, if I could find some stamps. Some of these are really big. Pretty background. Oh my goodness, you all. That's pretty too. It's so hard to decide. I really do want can't see. That's a pretty good sized button, isn't it? For that tiny little piece of ephemera. Here's my memories. My memories keep coming back to me. No, I don't want that. I think I saw something on here that I could probably just kind of pop that up or pop this button up on the front of. But we could do like a little, let's do some more, let's do some more of the, I feel like I need a great big old This would make a really pretty Mother's Day card. You know, guys, I was just looking at this and thinking, oh, how pretty this would be for Mother's Day. I could cut that and use part of that on there, like just a little bit, and then stick a button on it and call it a card. So pretty. Put some. Let's do that. I'm going to actually not cut around the black part. I'm just going to go straight on I'm cutting out this. And I'm just going to cut a little bit off, maybe 2.5 inches. Get this out of here. One of these bows would be cute. Let's do that too. Let's do it. This has a lot to offer. Why not take all the offerings, right? That would be cute right there. A button, which kind of ties in with a little measurement thing. A bow. Let's cut off one of these bows. These are so pretty, you guys. And I'm not a fan of the black that goes around this, so I'm kind of just, and I'm not going to get it perfect, just an FYI. If I have a little white showing, I'm going to be okay with that, because I feel like the whole concept of this style doesn't really have to be perfect. I'm just going to embrace what we have, right? Right. No. There's a smaller button on here that would be really cute. Perhaps I could get out one of my punches, but I do like that button. It's cute. Let's go for it here. We have an alt-new class here tomorrow, and I've got to set up for that. Otherwise, I would sit here and play with this a lot longer than I am going to tonight. I would make at least another card. I just kind of wanted you guys to see how absolutely gorgeous this is, and I might be able to make another card. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how quick I can get through this one once I make my decision. Okay. There we go. Love it.
And we're cleaning.
Might go this way. Tuck that button up there with it. Now we're covering up our, I don't know that I really want to cover up my, I don't know that I want to cover up my dragonfly with that bow. So we might come back down here with this. I don't know that the bow's gonna work out. Well, boo. So, you know what? Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I do like this little dwompy here. Dwomperdoodle. I can go here. I don't know that I like that, do you? What do you guys think? I might kind of cut part of this off. I don't know. Sometimes things don't always execute the way we want them to, but I'm back into the ephemera pack to kind of look and see what we have here. I might pull something like this out to kind of bring a little more layering into it. Sorry, I had to let the babe that I missed where those cut parts are from. This is Plume and Petal. This is 49 in Market. And this is part of, yeah, this is Plume and Petal, 49 in Market. It's a, I might just do that. That's kind of pretty. I've played with the rub-ons here, the rub-on transfers. And we got these the ephemera, that's what all of this stuff is. And the background, some of this background, I have used the Irresistible rub-on transfers, and this is the Echoes of Time. So I've cut out some clocks and some patterns, and I inked them up to kind of get them to pop with the Skylight and Verbena. So that's kind of what I've done in the background here. The beginning of it looked a little bit, can't seem to find the gown. Can't find the gown. This gown, it's on the packaging. So this page this piece kind of looked a little bit like this when I started, because I cut it in half. And that's kind of where that background came from. So, okay, back to this. Maybe, it'd be cute if I stapled it on there, wouldn't it? Maybe on the edge here. I've been trying to make this button work and it's just not working. It seems to be too big. Just too big. So back to the drawing board. I might just go this direction with it. I think I've struggled too long with it, to be honest with you. And a lot of times I have to just like walk away from the project. Oh, it's sold out. It shouldn't be sold out. We have plenty in stock. You know what, Irene? I may have to adjust that. If that says that it's sold out, we have plenty in stock. So if you're looking for the ephemera pack, we have plenty. We have plenty of these. I will go and adjust that online if that's the case. We're having a class on Saturday, and it's the 12 by 12 layout, and we had to do a little bit of adjustment in the stock for things to make sure we had enough for our class participants, but I've already adjusted that, and I should have changed that already. I'm sorry that wasn't already changed. I just couldn't risk somebody purchasing it online when we couldn't have it available. Okay. I don't really want that to cover too much of that. Go like that. I think I'm gonna stick with it right there. That's what we're going for. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Taking it all apart. I am gonna pop this down. Some of this is gonna pop up. I think I might like it better once all of my pieces are down. The laser cut elements say they're sold out. These are not the laser cut elements. These are the ephemera. This is the ephemera in frames. But before we're done, remind me, and I'll go over and look and see. I thought we had lasers. Krista, are you on here? It might say they're sold out because that's part of the kit that they're using on Saturday. So, but I will go double check that. I might bring this up. This would be kind of neat to have it highlighting this little area here. And then we could kind of do a little bit of this. So it's not so bottom heavy. I do like that. Let's pop that up a little. I like this thinner, I probably say this every live, I do like this thin foam because it doesn't sag in the middle if you just use it all along the edges of something. Oh, thank you, Irene. That's so sweet. Super sweet. And I think I'm gonna do that. I think our brains kind of finish that up with the clock. I think I want it this way. I might just do, now I've messed it up. I like that. Where did that other piece go that we cut off from there? Where did it go? There. I had it. It was right here. Okay. All right. There we go. I think that'll work. I don't know. I'm struggling tonight. I don't know how to lay this out. It's driving me crazy. I think I'm going that direction with it. Yep, that's what I'm doing. That's cute. So let's pop that up. Now we got some layers going. Whew. Goodness gracious. Probably should add another bit under there, but that's okay. And then, oh, now that's cute right there. See? I just get a little too anxious. I like that. No, we want it kind of over just a little more. Don't want it to cover up our celebrate. That's really cute. I like that. Do you all ever like force something because you want to use it and then you realize, you know, I'm forcing this and maybe I shouldn't use it? See, that covers it up. Can't really tell what it is. So we might just go here to this, like so. I think that works. Where's my glue? All right. And here it is, folks. Let's get some background on it. Yeah, that works. Let's see if this button that's kind of cute. I think we're gonna leave it like that. I like that. One of these big pieces of ephemera. Look at this door. Krista did a layout with this door. It's so pretty. So pretty. Look at this. Y'all. I want to make a card with that. That is so pretty. Oh, here it is. Here's the piece I cut off from it. But I'm not using it now. We're all good. That's pretty. Okay, where's my paper? Let's put this on something in the background. This would be pretty, but it's too much, I feel. And this was what I was looking at, actually. Something like this would be really, really pretty for a background. I still feel like could be too much. It's too washed out. This might be too washed out too. Although we could probably use that as a decent, it's the other side of this. Where did it go? So we don't waste paper. Here it is. So I cut that down and we could end up using it as a little bit of a separation to kind of break up a lot of this color that's going on in that background. There's a lot of paper to choose from in this pack. So it's kind of hard to make a decision. And I think I am gonna go with this. And I might go with it. I'm gonna go with it up here, because then we can get some more blue in it. All right, let's do it. So we have, let's get this all off here. It's a mess. Full on mess. I don't even know where my card went. I have no idea where my card went. There it is. All the time. Yes, sometimes I get too attached to an idea. Yes, exactly. And so I have to let it go. That button had to go. I just was too attached to the idea of it as well. Okay, so we want it that way, and it's 4. So we want to go 5 1/4 the other direction. And I may want to, we'll see here in just a second, but I might want to actually do some dark ink around those edges. So I need to go 4. Let's see, what did I just do? I just did 4 by 5 1/4, so I need to go 5 1/2, I believe. I did that right. By 4 1/4. Okay. And so to give it some more color that's kind of peeking out, I might take this one down a little. Turn it. So making it the same size, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I feel like I want a little bit more of this color peeking through. And I am gonna go get some, oh, I like that. I'm gonna go get some ink and kind of ink up these edges. And I really think that this is going to be, whoops, we're too close. I think this is gonna be neat if we can just get those edges inked up. So it kind of gives it some separation. I'll be right back with some ink and that should do it. And I'm going to do this with some vintage photo to kind of pull out that antique look on the card. Because a lot of this is, and I pulled out some white card bases, but I think this would be better with cream. Yeah, this is going to help break up a lot of that purple that's on there in the next layer, because it can be a little much. Distress the edges as well. I'm even going to do it to the outer piece. And I'm not worried about it being so Steven around those edges, because it's just vintage, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking about here. Kind of like that. Oh, this is true. You can never have too much. Who just said that? Hi, Shaw. Welcome. Yes, I always lose my stuff. Hello, Shaw. I'm with you. Okay, funny story about Shaw. So, end of December, she comes to pick up her Better Press plate. She's in town and she's picking up her Better Press plate. And she has on these boots that are absolutely adorable. They're purple. And of course, I was like, I need a pair of purple boots. I bought a pair of purple boots because of Shaw. Yes, you can never have too much purple. This is true. Very, 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 very true. Okay. We're going around these edges. We're almost done. All right. All right, all right, all right. And you know, folks, it doesn't even have to stop there. You can actually go a little bit more on this end. You could absolutely, I might just give it even more an edge like that. So let's get this one turned just like so. Yeah, I don't have a cream card base for this cut up, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. We're not going to worry about a card base tonight because it's not even going to show. But boy howdy, would I love to make some more. I would love to sit here longer and make more cards because I absolutely love this stuff. But before I disconnect from you all tonight, I want to make sure I go look in the stock for our what were you looking at? You were looking at the laser cuts. That's right. You were looking at laser cuts. Laser cuts, laser cuts. There it goes. All right. And then we'll just put this on. We could go the other direction with it, can't we? We sure can. All right. Although I wished I'd have turned it the other way. I don't know why. It's okay this way, but I don't know why I would have rather had it this direction. But that's all right. Okay. Well, it's a good reminder for me to actually take a look because I do believe we do have some laser cuts left. I mean, we may not. Now, look, you may be right on the laser cuts. We may be out of stock on those, but we are not out of stock on the ephemera. I know we're not. I'm almost positive we're not. But you're right. We could be out on the laser cuts. Perfect. Oopsie. Kind of want both of those to hit those corners there. Awesome. There it is. It's done. Finished. Yay. I should have inked those edges too. That would have been a nice little continuation. I could probably still do it a little bit, you know? Could just go in there and just kind of, just a little. You could just, we can do that. It doesn't hurt. And if we got a little on the purple, it wouldn't hurt. I can actually come in here with it and kind of make it so bright and make it a little more vintagey looking. So there it is. I like that. That looks good. Go around these edges. Awesome. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. It's hard to see. I'm thinking it actually looks much prettier in real life. If you could see it in person, it's so much better. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, folks. Thanks for joining me. Yay. Yeah, I'm on average about a card an hour. All right. You guys, I hope that you have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week and weekend. And do something crafty. All right, guys. Bye-bye.